At some point, you started calling it laziness, not out loudly, but internally, because things that used to feel simple now feel strangely hard. Starting, focusing, finishing, you sit down with time that is available, and instead of moving forward, you stall. And the thought shows up again: what is wrong with me? But laziness doesn't feel like this. Laziness feels light. What you are feeling is heavy. Mental overload doesn't look dramatic. It looks like starting a task you already know how to do it, rereading the same line without absorbing it, opening your phone without intention. You're not avoiding work, you're buffering. Your mind is trying to process too many open loops at once: unfinished conversations, unmade decisions, background worries you never fully resolved. So when it's time to act, your system hesitates. Not because you are motivated, but because your mind is already full. We were taught to interpret slowed movements as lack of discipline. So when you don't move forward easily, you assume it's a character flaw. But think about this: when a computer has too many programs running, it doesn't speed up, it freezes. Your mind does the same, especially when you have been thinking ahead constantly, managing uncertainty, carrying too many unspoken pressure. Mental overload doesn't announce itself, it just quietly reduces your capacity. Most mental overload does not come from doing one big thing, it comes from doing too many small things without closure. For example, decisions that were left hanging, responsibilities with no endpoints, expectations you are constantly tracking. You live in a state of mental anticipation, always preparing, always adjusting, always bracing for what's next. That state uses energy, not visible energy, but cognitive energy. And when that runs low, actions feel impossible. You can take a break and still feel overwhelmed, because overload isn't about effort, it's about volume. Too many thoughts competing for attention, too many tabs open internally. Rest helps the body, but what you're experiencing is a mind that never got to finish processing. So when you stop, nothing actually resolves, and the noise continues. If you feel stuck, slow, or unmotivated, stop asking why you can't push yourself harder. Instead, ask what my mind has been carrying without release. Because once overload is acknowledged, something shifts, not instantly, but gently. You stop blaming yourself, and when blame leaves, capacity begins to return. Not because you forced it, but because you stop fighting with yourself. You are not lazy, you are not broken. You are someone whose mind has been doing too much unseen work for too long. And that slowdown that you are judging is not failure. It's your system asking for space before it can move again. Nothing is wrong with you. You are just full. This is LCF Talks. If this felt familiar, it's because mental overload does not shout. It just quietly limits what you can access.